Quentin Tarantino is my favorite movie director. He does so many things with his films that always just blow my mind. There are so many things I always love about his films. Anytime I see his films, there are so many elements that blow my mind. But there's one particular element that always never fails to amaze me. Is the way he can take a scene from 0 to 100 and like that. Like you see this scene going slowly and nothing is happening. Then the next minute chaos, explosiveness, all the madness from 0 to 100. That's always so amazing to me, and that's one of the things I love seeing the most in these films. And one of the things that made me love this scene so much. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this video, I want to talk about why I think the bar shootout scene in Inglorious Basterds was a phenomenal scene. I'll be talking about details of the scene, so if you don't want anything spoiled for you, go watch the film, go watch the scene, go watch everything that relates to it, then come back and watch this video. But if you've seen it, let's get into it. This sequence is a very long sequence, but I'll just start from the place where it starts getting interesting. I mean, not that it wasn't interesting from the beginning, but the parts where I want to just focus on is not where the scene actually starts. I'm going to start where the characters are playing a game. Three non-German soldiers that are infiltrating Germany, a German actress, and a German officer are all playing a game. And there's no reason for the German officer to doubt any of them. Although he has suspicions, but it is not doubting them for any reason. So they are playing the games, they are laughing, they're having fun, and you feel like these people are friends and they're having fun. And one thing I liked about this sequence, this place where they were playing the game, was the dialogue. Like, it's dialogue about nothing. They're not talking about anything specific. They're not talking about anything that adds to the plot. But the dialogue is also still entertaining. They could have had fast dialogues, but the dialogues were also very interesting and intriguing. You just find yourself listening to what these characters are saying and you want to know what they are saying, and you're just interested in the game that they are playing. I know I was interested in the game. So it was just something that was so fun. The game's playing and the dialogue very entertaining. I loved all that. Then as the game went on, the characters decided they weren't playing the games anymore, and something led to something. They ordered drinks. Then one of the non-German soldiers gives himself up. That's Michael Fassbender's character. He makes a gesture that gives him away, and the German soldier immediately cut that. I like that. Like, and when we were watching this scene, we didn't know what was happening. We didn't know that this was what gave it away until like the next scene. But it was something that was still very good to see. The attention to detail there was amazing. He gives himself away, and the German officer cut it, and he knew that these people are not who they say they were. And from there on, the tension just increased. Nothing specifically happened, but you could feel like the tension increased in the room, and it was just something that got me on the edge of my seat. Like when I watched this scene for the first time, I didn't know what was happening, but I could just feel like something is not right. The tension in this room has increased, and I was just waiting and waiting to see what was going to happen next. And then this German officer comes out and tells them, "I suspect you, blah blah blah. I know you're not what you're saying. You're not a German, blah 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 blah." So he has caught them, and in his mind, is about to end everything that's about to go down there. And like I said, there are three people that are infiltrating against this one German officer, but there are also other Germans in the bar. So when the German officer catches these people and knows that they are not who they say they are, Michael Fassbender and his people, they're now like, okay, since you found us out, this is what's going to happen. Then they threaten him. They say they are going to take him out and blah 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 blah. Well, the German officer's courage in that moment was mind blowing.
Und ab jetzt sind wir zu dritt. Und auf die Entfernung bin ich ein richtiger Frederik Zoller.
Scheint mir ein bisschen heikel zu sein, unsere Lage. Was jetzt passieren wird, Sturmbannführer. Sie werden aufstehen und mit uns durch diese Tür hinausgehen. Nein, das glaube ich nicht. Ich glaube, Sie und ich, wir beide wissen, Hauptsturmführer, dass egal, was mit den anderen Leuten hier in diesem Raum passiert, wir zwei nirgendwo hingehen.
Like you're in the middle of three people that are about to kill you, and we're still like, no, I'm not doing what you're going to do. I was talking to Michael Fassbender's character. He said, no matter what happens here, two of us are not making it out alive from this place. And when I saw that, I was like mind blown for this guy to have so much courage in the face of crazy odds to still hold himself down and not even care about what they were saying. Man, it was fascinating. I fucking loved it. Then when he tells Michael Fassbender's character that no matter what happens, the two of us aren't making it out of here, like you could see it on Michael Fassbender's face. It was very subtle, so subtle, but you could see that he was contemplating what was going to happen. Like he realized he was going to die in any moment.
Egal, was mit den anderen Leuten hier in diesem Raum passiert, wir zwei nirgendwo hingehen. Das ist wirklich schade Oberfeldwebel Wilhelm.
And you could see that look on his face, like almost like regret and sorrow and sadness or something. But you could see it. It was so subtle, but you could see it on his face that he was contemplating what was going to happen. And that detail was just something that blew my mind. Like every time I watch that scene, I always look forward to that moment when he realizes he's about to die. And man, that is the look you see on a soldier's face that knows that, okay, this is the end. This is what's about to happen now. And he played it so, so well. I mean, not just him, but that performance in that particular moment was mind blowing and I loved it. Then after he realizes it, he just accepts his fate graciously, like a courageous soldier. Man, all the soldiers in this film were amazing. The enemies and the good guys, all of them were amazing. They felt like real soldiers, even though they were in places where anything could happen, death could happen in any moment, but they were still courageous and they still faced their death with so much grace. And that was something that just blew my mind watching this film. And the tension is just going higher and higher and higher. And one thing I loved was the framing and the editing of the scene. Like you could see the characters that were involved. There was a character in the background that was stretching to hold a gun. The main characters in the scene, they were also pointing guns at themselves. And the way it was just cutting and showing us all those things, showing us all those elements was just incredible and just made the tension so, so high. Like when you are seeing all those images, your tension is just increasing and increasing and increasing. The tension in the room is just increasing. And the fact that it doesn't use any music in this was another thing that just added to the overall intensity of this scene. And all those elements just came together brilliantly, increasing the tension. Then out of nowhere, bam! Everything exploded. Gunshots, chaos, mayhem, everything was just explosive. One of the most explosive shootout sequences I have ever seen. Man, it was crazy. Guns were just blazing, everyone shooting each other, shooting themselves. Like you can't even tell who is shooting who. But it was so, so beautiful to see. And I was just like, yo, this man is crazy. Look at how he builds the scene from 0 to like 100 in like that. Man, it was so, so good to see. It was so brilliant. And I loved this scene so much. The acting from all the actors, the editing, the lack of music, the camera framing, man, everything worked so, so well with this scene. And that's why I think this scene was a fantastic scene. And in my opinion, it was perfect. So have you guys seen Inglorious Basterds and the Bar Shootout Scene in Inglorious Basterds? What do you think about it? Comment below and let me know. Is this your first time on my channel? Please subscribe to my channel for more contents like this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.